looking inside of Google Patents, recording and sending emojis. We have instructions. I'm going to share this with you. There's a PDF document. It's called JP7601981B2. If you're interested in the document, what you type into Google is Google Patents, and then you type in this document number, JP7601981B2, and it says other languages, Japanese. And so there's instructions for us related to the interface and using emojis on the internet if you're interested in recording and sending emojis on the internet. We have instructions for this. We apparently. And I made this little discovery today related to Google Patents. Okay, so it says, and so we can talk about other things too. So for the one person who came in here today, we are talking about Google Patents and document JP7601981B2, and it is related to emojis on the internet. This disclosure relates generally to computer user interface and more specifically to techniques for generating and recording and transmitting emojis and virtual avatars, cross-reference to related applications. This application claims priority to the U.S. Provisional Patent Application number 62/507,177 entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed May 16th, 2017, U.S. Provisional Patent Application number 62/556,412, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed September 9th, 2017, U.S. Provisional Patent Application number 62/557,121, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed September 11th, 2017, U.S. Provisional Patent Application number 62557,121, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, file May 15th, 2018. Hello, I am reading about, YOLO. Okay, and so we are reading about the emojis patent and how to send emojis on the internet. Emoji recording and sending, filed on March 29th, 2018, U.S. Patent Application 15/940,017, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed on March 29, 2018, U.S. Patent Application number 15/940,232, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed on May 29, 2017, number PA201770393, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed on September 22, 2017, number PA201770720, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed on September 22, 2017, and number PA201770721, entitled Emoji Recording and Sending, filed on September 22nd, 2017, the contents of which are incorporated herein by references in their entireties. Multimedia content such as emojis and virtual avatars may be sent as part of a messaging communication. The emojis and virtual avatars may represent various predefined people, object, actions, or other things. Some messaging applications allow users to select from a predefined library of emojis and virtual avatars to be sent as part of a message that may contain other content, other multimedia and/or text, stickers, and another type of multimedia content that may be sent by messaging applications. In some respects, stickers are similar to emojis and virtual avatars in that they may represent people, objects, actions, and/or other things. Some stickers and/or messages. Hello. You love stickers. I know you love stickers. Some stickers and/or messaging applications allow stickers to be associated from previously sent or received messages. However, some techniques for generating, sending, and receiving emojis and virtual avatars using electronic devices are generally cumbersome and inefficient. For example, some existing techniques use complex and time-consuming user interfaces that may involve multi-key presses or strokes. Oh, I know what they're talking about there. That's the old-fashioned way, using the ASCII characters, and which made it hard to make the emojis. Some other existing techniques use complex and time-consuming methods for manipulating and generating emojis and virtual avatars that may involve requiring multiple inputs from the user to achieve the desired emoji, a desired animated or dynamic emoji. The existing techniques take more time than necessary, wasting the user's time and the device's energy. I mean, we need to focus on that. They don't even have numbers in here like the Bible has, so I can reference this. The existing techniques take more time than necessary, wasting the user's time and the device's energy. The latter problem is particularly acute in battery-operated devices. The present technology thus provides electronic devices with faster, more efficient methods and interfaces for sending and receiving emojis and virtual avatars. Such methods and interfaces optionally complement and/or replace other methods of sending and receiving emojis. Such methods and interfaces reduce the cognitive burden on users and create more efficient human-machine interface. For battery-operated computing devices, such methods and interfaces conserve power and increase the time between battery charges. According to some embodiments, a method is described that is executed on an electronic device that includes a display and a camera. The method includes displaying a virtual avatar generation interface, displaying a preview of the virtual avatar in the virtual avatar generation interface, where the preview of the virtual avatar is responsive to changes in facial appearance in the view of field of the camera, detecting an input in the virtual avatar generation interface while displaying the preview of the virtual avatar, and in response to detecting the input in the virtual avatar generation interface, generating a static virtual avatar representing facial expressions in the field of view of the camera at the respective times, according to the determination that the input begins with the preview of the virtual avatar, where the respective time are determined based on timing of the input, and generating an animated virtual avatar representing a sequence of changes in facial expressions in the field of view of the camera over a predetermined period of time, according to a determination that the input includes activation of a record affordance in the virtual avatar generation interface, where the predetermined period of time is determined based on the timing of the input. According to some embodiments, a non-transitory computer-readable storage medium is described. The non-transitory computer-readable storage medium stores one or more programs configured to be executed by one or more processors of an electronic device having a display camera, and one or more programs including instructions for displaying a virtual avatar generation interface, displaying a preview of a virtual avatar in the virtual avatar generation interface, the preview of the virtual avatar response to change a facial appearance in the field of view of the camera, detecting an input in the virtual avatar generation interface while displaying the preview of the virtual avatar, and in response to detecting the input in the virtual avatar generation interface, generating a static virtual avatar. representing a facial expression in the field of view of the camera at a respective time, the respective time being determined based on a timing of the input in accordance with and determination that the input began with the preview of the virtual avatar, and generating an animated virtual avatar representing a sequence of changes in the facial expressions in the field of view of the camera over a predetermined period of time. The predetermined period being determined based on a timing of the input in accordance with the determination that the input includes activation of a record affordance in the virtual avatar generation interface. According to some embodiments, okay, you have a question. Please ask your question. Oh, I love crystals. Actually, I love crystals. I mean, we have quartz crystals, and they're just kind of nice to hold on to. The crystals are. I know in ham radios they used to have crystals. I don't know if they still do. But the gems and minerals and crystals from the earth, I like holding them. I would actually like to have some crystals, but I'm really not in a place to be collecting a lot of stuff right now. And so there's probably things, if I was in a different place, in a place where um, that was my own, um, I would probably be getting some things and replacing what was mine a little bit at a time. But crystals would not be a high priority because of the fact that I need something to cook with, like pots and pans. And they said that the average price nowadays in 2025, it would cost up to $70,000 to replace a whole household. Well, why? Thank you. You go by a Brisney officials fan, also Yellow 3. Um, you're smart, NGL. You sound smart. I told you. Well, at the beginning, what I said was that I'm reading from something. Now, this isn't the Google patents, and it's, you can type in Google patents into the Google search, and this is the document JP7601981B2. I know it kind of sounds a little bit like an airplane call sign, maybe. Um, okay, so let's go down here and read some more. According to some embodiments, a non-transitory computer-readable storage medium is described. The non-transitory computer-readable storage medium stores one or more programs configured to be executed by one or more processors of an electronic device having a display and a camera, and one or more programs, including instructions for the display, a virtual avatar generation interface, displaying a preview of a virtual avatar in the virtual avatar generation interface, the preview of the virtual avatar responsive to changes in facial appearance in the field of view of the camera, detecting an input in the virtual avatar generation interface while displaying the preview of the virtual avatar, and in some responses to detecting the input. In accordance with determination that the input starts from the preview of the virtual avatar and generating an animated virtual avatar representing a sequence of change in facial expression in the field of view of the camera over a predetermined period of time. The predetermined period of time determined based on the timing of the input in accordance with determination that the input includes activation of a record affordance in the virtual avatar generation interface. According to some embodiments, an electronic device is described. The electronic device includes a display camera, one or more processors, and a memory that stores one or more programs configured to be executed by one or more processors. The one or more programs includes instructions to display a virtual avatar generation interface, display a preview of a virtual avatar in the virtual avatar generation interface, the preview of the virtual avatar responsive to the changes in the facial appearance in the field of view of the camera, detect an input in the virtual avatar generation interface while displaying the preview of the virtual avatar, And in response to detecting the input in the virtual avatar generation interface, generate a static virtual avatar representing facial expressions in the field of view of the camera at respective times, and respective times being determined based on a timing of input in accordance with a determination that the input begins with an activation of a record affordance in the virtual avatar generation interface, and generate an animated virtual avatar representing a sequence of changes in facial expressions in the field of view of the camera over a predetermined period of time, the predetermined period of time being determined based on a timing of the input. According to some embodiments, an electronic device is described. I was looking here to see. I have, yes, Ginger Harrison, there are things that I have read that are Christian, yes. Zip, 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 zip. Oh, zip emoji. There are quite a few things that I have done on here that are Christian things. Oh, oh goodness. I had a little frog in my throat there. According to some embodiments, an electronic device is described. The electronic device includes a camera, a display that displays a virtual avatar generation interface, and displays a preview of the virtual avatar in the virtual avatar generation interface, where the preview of the virtual avatar is responsive to changes in facial appearance in the field of view of the camera, and means for detecting an input in the virtual avatar generation interface while displaying the preview of the virtual avatar, and means for generating in response to detecting the input in the virtual avatar generation interface. Okay, so what is this channel about, may I ask? It's about a lot of different things. I need to pause for a moment and I'll be right back. I'm going to put my mute on my microphone for a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You guys can come back now. Okay. So, alien power. In response to detecting the input in the virtual avatar generation interface, a static virtual avatar represents facial expressions in the field of view of the camera at respective times in accordance with a determination that the input begins with the preview of the virtual avatar. Yes, Miss. Do you have a question, Ginger? Do you have a question you would like to ask? Okay, let's see. Do you guys want to see if I can read this in Japanese? Okay, let's see if I can read this in Japanese. Translate. Okay, let's see if I can read this in Japanese. Choose another language. Okay, let's choose Okay, Japanese. Translate. Oh, it didn't translate. This page did not translate. Why does China keep popping up? China keeps popping up here. That's kind of weird, China. What are you doing? Translate to, all I wanted to do was see if I could read it in another language. Let's choose another language and see if A, B, C. Let's do Chinese simplified. Nope, it is not translating for me to be able to read in another language. All I'm getting, it won't let me translate this. Okay, so I have to just go back to English. Okay. I keep in Quran because I forget Japanese. I'm talking in Korean because you forget Japanese. Okay. Well, I never knew any of the other languages other than English. I'll tell you that right off the bat. I've never known anything but American English. That's all I've ever known. I've known little bits and chunks and pieces of other languages, but other than that, I don't know any other language. Okay, so if you're new here, remember to subscribe. Okay, so I'm still getting some bizarre, according to some embodiments, I'm getting some highlighting on here now. I wasn't getting that at first, but now I'm getting some highlighting. Highlights, which I wasn't getting before. That's kind of interesting that I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm getting... It's nice to have the highlighters because I can read it a little bit better. It stands out and it tells me which section I'm on. So according to some embodiments, a method is described that is executed on an electronic device that includes... Okay, we've read that part. Let's move down here to something we have not read already. According to some embodiments, a non-transitory computer-readable storage medium is described. The non-transitory computer readable storage medium is described. The non-transitory computer readable storage medium stores one or more programs configured to be executed by one or more processors of an electronic device having a display and a camera. The one or more programs, including instructions for displaying a virtual avatar generation interface, displaying a preview of the virtual avatar in the virtual avatar generation interface, previewing if the virtual avatar responds to changes in appearance of a face in the field of view of the camera, receiving a request to generate an animated virtual avatar based on changes in the facial expressions of a face in the field of view of the camera, according to sequence of facial expressions of the face in the field of view of the camera. Now I want to ask this question. What good is facial recognition right now when people are using this technology? So doesn't this kind of poke a hole in facial recognition? Doesn't this poke a big hole in facial recognition right here? So when you have software that can modify and alter your face, doesn't that poke big, big holes? Doesn't it poke really big holes in facial recognition that the police or somebody wants to use to put people in jail? And not only that, I've said this before, that there is a delay. So when the computer collects things, there's a delay. And so you can't actually say that a person did something at a certain time when there's so many delays and so much buffering and throttling that takes place. There can be mistaken things that take place. According to some embodiments of non-transitory computer-readable storage medium is described, the non-transitory computer-readable storage medium stores one or more programs configured to be executed by one or more processors of an electronic device having a display and a camera. Somebody put a lot of work into this document. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there is a lot of reading on this. There's a lot of reading and repetition on this page right here. A lot, not just a little, there's a lot. It kind of says the same thing over and over again. Right there in Google Patents, it says the same thing over and over and over again. So why in the world would we be penalized for saying the same thing on YouTube? When Google does it itself within patents, the patent entity, okay, there's 114 images. This is in JP 7601981B2. And, so human computer interaction, let's see what this says. Information retrieval, DB structures, and F's structures thereof. User interface of digital computer. Positions input by displaying. Information retrieval, DB structures, and F structures thereof. User interface of digital computers. Positions input by displaying. Let's see what this is. This invention relates to the customized electronics identification of desirable objects, such as news articles in an electronic media environment. This sounds like optical character recognition, which is OCR, and the particular to a system that automatically constructs both a target profile for each target object in the electronic media based on an example. Okay, let's see if we can get that to load up there. On the frequency with which each word appears in an article relative to its overall frequency of use in all articles, as well as a target profile interest summary for each user, while target profile interest summary describes the user's interest level in various types of target objects. The system then evaluates the target profiles against the user's target profile interest summaries to generate a user-customized rank order listing the target objects. I'm obsessed with aliens. I have 4 shirts of them. You have 4 shirts about aliens? I don't think that I might have a shirt, maybe, I'm not sure. I could have a shirt about aliens, but I just don't know for sure if I do or not. Yeah, I love what is that? Oh, you like China? I am not fond of China. I'm not fond of China at all. Okay, I got rid of what I was reading because there's a lot of repetition there, and it seems to me to be a cognitive dissonance that Google allows repetitive reading, but on YouTube it doesn't. Now, so this kind of eliminates commercials and everything altogether. Since everything is spam and everybody wants to get rid of advertising and commercials and spam, we basically don't have a YouTube right now. You meant them? I don't know what you mean by that. I didn't mean China, don't worry. I meant them. Oh, the broken-hearted people like me. I'm with the things I'm not supposed to talk about. That nobody wants to hear about, the things that are important in life. What does this say? The Eagles, finally breaking down my favorite Eagles song, Ricky Beto. I wonder if he used to be in... I kind of want to listen to Ricky, but I don't want to play him on my channel. I think I'm going to go because I want to hear what Ricky has to say. I subscribed to him earlier, and so he was saying that he hates artificial intelligence. That's what he said. He said he hates artificial intelligence related to songs because AI does such a really good song. My pet goldfish has been floating for a week. Is anything wrong? Yes, your pet goldfish is not living anymore. I know that you might find that sad, but your pet goldfish is no longer living. Either that or someone put in a goldfish out of one of the crackers. So if they stuck a cracker in there and it's a cracker goldfish, then he's the DEA. Oh, he's the Drug Enforcement Agency. The DEA. Ricky Beto is the DEA of My Eagles' first song. I am starting to see, oh, alien power. I am starting to see some of the celebrities when they come on YouTube, they realize that they have to talk to people. In the past, they were able to get away with not talking to people, not talking to the public. I am not that big of a fan of the old bands. I like the music. I don't have to talk to the music. I can just listen to the music. Um, who's real? Who is alien? The alien goldfish is real. I believe you that the alien goldfish is absolutely real. I have seen the little goldfish that you can put a battery in them and they swim around inside of a pool. And sometimes the dogs go chasing after them. Hello, Vinicius Luckman. Tell your friends to subscribe and make sure you watch all my videos. I have a whole bunch of videos for you guys to watch, and so I'm hoping that you'll go watch all of them and share them with your friends. They're on my YouTube channel. You guys can't see my YouTube channel? I'm wondering where this is going. If you guys can't see my YouTube channel or get connected with it, I wonder what is going on. Who is the nonsense speak guy? The nonsense is a goldfish, a saltwater. No, a goldfish is not a saltwater fish. Do not put salt in your goldfish tank. It's a freshwater fish. Do not put Morton salt in your goldfish tank, for crying out loud. In fact, I think if you put Morton salt in with tropical fish, you will probably end up with floating fish. You're going to have to flush your goldfish down the toilet. So you put salt in with the goldfish. Did you put your goldfish in the toilet and then poop on it? Okay, well, I'll see you guys a little bit later. And so thanks for watching, and, get your friends to subscribe, and I think that would be great. And watching my videos, I think that would be great. You guys will have fun with it. I'm not doing any what just joined. I don't know what just joined. I don't know what you mean by that. Bye-bye. We'll see you later.